This is I still gotta change that picture. My forehead's shiny.
Welcome, everyone, to the Strive305 Podcast. Once again, my name is Tico Casamayor. I'm here with my co-host, Irvans Agustin, and we have two beautiful guests here, and they're going to tell you why they're beautiful, because what they do makes people beautiful. But before we get to them, let me do our intros, right? We got to thank Mayor Levine Cava, Mayor Daniela Levine Cava, for having us here today. This is her initiative. Manny Sid, our boy, the one that takes care of us, he's the one that controls us. So without Manny Sid, we would be a little bit crazy and wild.
Master.
We wouldn't be as focused. Luckily, I'm very focused. And then if I'm correct me if I'm wrong.
Focused?
I'm very focused all the time.
On what?
On Strive305. And wait till you see what I got. I got so many things to tell you guys. So, but before we go, I believe correctly that our district commissioner is Senator Rene Garcia, right? So our District 13 commissioner.
You drank all the coffee in this again, didn't you?
That's
you drank
for
all
now.
the coffee in that again?
No, it'll be happening during the show.
That's what happens every time. You just
you got to take a hit. Speaking of taking a hit of our one of my favorite coffees out of Miami-Dade, BB's Bakehouse. I get that right. So the BB's Bakehouse, and today they're a sponsor of our show. And today we have the cookies and cream, I think, or Oreo cookies or cookies and cream cookie. Mm-hmm. We've got a pumpkin spice mini bunt.
Wow.
And then we have, of course, the world famous Tico's double chocolate chip poop emoji cookie. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. For those who don't believe me, tell me that doesn't look like a poop emoji.
Do you have a T-shirt of that one yet?
I'm going to make a T-shirt, but today I'm wearing
the T-shirt you don't have.
Let me show this too. Cars for Heroes. We had a beautiful event in Miami Lakes.
You mentioned at Miami Lakes things,
yes, sir,
which was great, by the way.
Miami-Dade County. Yeah, it was wonderful.
You hosted a great event. I actually had a lot of fun.
Yeah. That was the chamber lunch.
Yeah.
No, this was Cars for Heroes. This was Saturday night.
No, they mentioned it there, like they were talking about doing it.
Oh my God, our chamber lunch. They were at the chamber lunch. So we did the chamber lunch, the Miami Lakes chamber lunch, and we did our first ever live podcast. We went live on remote with a studio audience, and Mayor Cava was our guest. It hasn't come out yet, but it's coming out soon. Hilarious. She insulted me. She made fun of me. She laughed at me. It was like a dream came true for me. I had all the best things.
You like the abuse.
Irvans didn't have a mic. He didn't have his own mic, so he couldn't shut me up. It was a beautiful thing. I kept going until she shut me up. No, I can't wait for that to go live. All right, did I get everybody in? This is called Community News. We got to thank Community News, our beautiful studios. They got a tour.
Do we have to mention Beacon Council yet?
Well, the Beacon Council, I was going to do at the end because we're still with our beginning intro. But yeah, the Beacon Council partnership we have now. You can see the beautiful logo in the back that includes the Beacon Council Foundation. So we're doing work with them. We haven't met with them yet, but when we do, we're gonna. I'm telling you, we're gonna blow the Beacon Council up. We're gonna take them to the next level with our Strive305 initiative.
Are they gonna try to get us house trained?
Probably.
That's
they
gonna
might
take
even
a lot
make me
of
wear a
newspaper.
suit.
I don't know if that'll happen.
That's a whole lot of newspaper.
I'm not wearing a suit, guys. And who else? Who did I miss? Okay, Grant Miller, Michael Miller, the guys. They visited the studios today. Beautiful studio. If you guys want to come by and visit, please.
You guys met Grant?
Yeah.
No.
Right.
No.
Yeah, you did. You did.
I did.
Yeah, at the chamber lunch. Okay, that's all our announcement.
Right.
Now let's tell everybody who we are. Wait, drum roll. So our guest today is Jessica and Damien Zaldivar. They are from Drip Health and Med Spa, right? Correct?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, because they did a name change, but I want you to ask them all those questions.
Drip Health and Med Spa.
Drip Health and Med Spa.
What was it before?
Med Spa. It used to be called Drip IV Bar Med Spa.
Drip IV Bar Med Spa. Okay.
They're going to tell us, but
Very
before
cool.
we get into that, no, we're doing your game show. Let's do
let's
your
do
game
it.
show.
All right. We like to play games
She's
on
very
here
nervous,
sometimes.
by the way.
All right, so today is basically like, I forgot the intro screen, but basically it's called News You Didn't Know You Needed. And the way we normally do, we compete. Our guests usually compete against Tico. So if you get as many points, so far, you've won once.
I've won one.
But he's won one. See if you can beat Tico on guessing. But the name of the game is really just real simple. You got to guess the words that are missing on the screen as far as the sentence. So you don't have to think too hard. So blank was set to help Florida take on evasive pythons. This was in the news a few months ago, so I don't know if you saw it or not. So
Can I call a friend?
No, you have friends?
Oh, I don't know. Isn't that what you do?
You can if you have a lifeline, but no, we'll let our guests go first.
Okay.
Damien, Jennifer. What's the first thing that comes to mind?
No idea.
The Florida Python Patrol. How about that?
Okay, that's a good guess.
Don't turn on the cameras.
Looking at
Anthony, don't
me.
turn on the
Oh,
camera.
boy.
All right, so
I don't want them looking
you
at
said
me
Python
saying-
Patrol? I'll give you one more guess.
Clearly that was a wrong answer.
I'll give you a hint. It's an animal.
Yeah, be the Animal Control Service.
It wasn't a service,
No.
it's an actual animal.
Yeah.
Okay, this is horrible for the air.
I was just saying,
need to talk.
Jennifer thinks too much. She's thinking.
No,
too
nothing to give up. My turn.
He said the Animal Patrol.
Go,
What's
he
your
looked at the
guess?
answer.
So, invasive pythons, you would probably think Bugs
And I
Bunny
gave
or
the
something
hint.
like that. Right? A robot rabbit, maybe, since I Google searched it. So,
The
yeah,
answer
robot
is,
rabbit.
it is a robot rabbit.
I know, I Google searched it. There's no
I
way in
know.
hell I would have ever guessed that. But is that serious? You're seriously, that's
Yeah,
happening?
Florida's using robotic solar-powered rabbits to lure and capture invasive Burmese pythons by mimicking the heat, scent, and movement of the live prey. And they put them in a pen, and then when the snake shows up, then the hunters come out and they capture them. So they use robotic rabbits to trick the
That
snakes.
is
Wow.
really cool,
All right.
actually.
That is.
Thank you, Ravon. He always gives me these cool things that I never heard before.
All right, number 2. There's 3 words in this one.
Oh,
These blank, blank, blank demonstrated against federal troops in Portland protests.
Go ahead, babe.
These are people, by the way, just so you have the hint.
I could say
I'll give you
so
the
many.
hint.
I can say so many inappropriate things.
Yeah,
Well,
we're not going to right
most
now.
of them would work. All right, so you want to take a guess? I gave you a hint of people.
People.
All you had to do, what type of people?
The U.S. National Guard.
No, they're on the other side. So they're protesting against the National Guard that's there. So I hear you
I'm really
thinking,
bad at this.
Jennifer.
I'm really bad at this. I'm really bad at this.
What's the first word in your mind right now? Just,
I don't know.
all right, it's up to you,
Tico,
Damon.
you know the-
Crazy Cuban women.
Stop it.
I'm sure some of them were there, but the correct answer is naked bike
Naked
rider.
bike rider.
No
Yes,
way.
it's Portland.
Naked
Have you
bike
guys ever been to
riders.
Portland?
No.
So
It's
these
a
are fun
bunch of
answers.
hippies.
These are fun
Oh my
answers.
God. I want to go to Portland. Those are my favorite type of people.
These are like they had naked bike riders. They organized a parade to protest against. Like, it's Portland. There's nothing happening
I'm
there.
going to invite them to the next Cars and Heroes show that they do in Miami Lakes.
Let's not.
The naked bike riders.
No, no.
But they don't have
Spectacular.
cars. They have bikes. So you have
It's
to
okay,
have
we can bring bikes.
Bikes and heroes. So you have to
Yeah,
change the program.
Cars, bikes, and heroes.
So, all right, last one. A zoo in Denmark asked patrons to donate their blank to help resident predators. It's a zoo.
To help feed the resident predators.
Yes.
To donate their. Okay, go quickly.
Their food. I mean,
Oh, okay, that's a good guess.
That's a good answer.
Next.
Muffins.
Maybe they made muffins out of them. Okay, Tico, you got to guess.
How do you say poop in a correct way? Feces?
English,
That's-
English is good.
that's a
English
good term.
works.
Okay, patrons to donate their
To the animals?
the poop. I don't know. Maybe that attracts them. You know how you use that to feed the grass and the
You
horses?
would never make a good
horses?
zookeeper, dude. You can't
Okay, so what did
feed
they
your-
donate? I need the answer. I
You
can't take. I don't
give
like
the
this game
animals your
anymore.
poop emoji
Ex-
cookies.
emoji
That's what you're
cookie.
thinking about, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, so the answer is
Pets.
pets.
God, that's horrible.
oh, that's horrible.
You get these things, Irvans. These are not true.
The Aalborg Zoo in Denmark is asking the public to donate their pets, particularly chickens, rabbits, and guinea pigs specifically, so they can feed their animals in the zoos because they're trying to help keep costs down. So if you live in Denmark and you're trying to get rid of your pet, you know, now you know what to do with them.
That's horrendous.
That's not
That's
nice.
horrifying.
tough.
But I'm going to get my neighbor's pet and donate
I was
it
about to say,
them.
right?
Porks on my lawn.
They didn't say cats and dogs. It was mostly just chickens.
And my neighbors
so.
are worried now. All right, let's go back to the
All
show
right.
because
Thanks for playing, folks. Tico got that 1 point, so
Yeah.
you won today.
I did again. I won again. Thank you for being
Thank you
horrible.
for being.
He cheated.
They
though.
were
doesn't
kind,
matter.
and you cheated.
There's
So
there was no rules or regulation. I'm the only one that kept this phone.
Damien's a good guy, and he gave it to you. So
All right, very good.
So-
But I want to talk. I want you to
Yes.
ask these two questions here because I know all the answers. So I want you to ask for our public. Number one, small business owners started from nothing, correct?
Correct.
I think you're a nurse practitioner.
Yes.
So she had that in her background, and then they created a company, opened it in with a name, then did a name change. I want to know why the name change. I want to know how they market. They're crazy good at marketing, but I want you to for them to tell the public because they can learn from you. The
All
point
right.
of us here being here is to teach others to do what you've done. You've succeeded. You're success. You know you're successful
You've
now.
created a
but
thing
you
and it's
started
out there.
hard. It was hard when you started. I know. I saw you struggling. We ribbon cut them. So oh no.
You're struggling
This guy.
hard. The drip. The drip, man. He needs help. Can you give him the drip?
They do Botox. Hey, do you see what we got? Oh, here we go.
that's the
one.
one.
Thank you.
He steals one every
Grant
time.
Miller, folks.
Yes, Grant Miller in the house.
He was bragging about you guys.
Oh,
Awesome.
thank
As
you.
he should.
Yeah,
This guy.
Every time. That's why I brought 3 this time, so you have 2 left for you. So again, all those things, I want you to teach our public how you did it, why you did it, the problems you had, and then we will fill in whatever Strive305 can help them now so they don't have to go through what you went through.
Yeah.
You know, and then you can show off about all the great things you do.
Yeah.
They do Botox, obviously, why your Vons look so good. They do infusions.
I need Botox.
They do infusions before you go on a trip. Smart thing to do is get yourself an immune boosting.
Yep.
You know, which by the way, I'm going on a trip, so I'll be there soon. You get a little immune boosting thing just to help for the trip.
Yeah.
You know, make sure you don't get sick. All these kind of things you can get there. But I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about your business. Go over,
So
Vons.
I mean,
He's
but you
smart.
already opened the door
That's
for
great.
it. So how did you said you're a nurse practitioner?
I am.
Sir?
Yes.
What about you, Damien?
My background's in business and education, and my first degree was in exercise science.
Interesting. And then so we had previous careers, and then both of you decided to take this leap into starting your own business. Why?
It's fun. We wanted to torture ourselves, apparently.
We always had a dream of mixing our passions, which were business and health, and this was like the perfect way to match both worlds, business and health.
But jumping in and starting a business isn't easy, and there's a little
It's
bit of a
not.
transition. Like, so what gave you that boost to actually take that step of, like, we have these passions, now we're going to take this step?
Well, the boost was actually I guess you could say tragedy turned into triumph. Years ago, I had an accident. I had a punctured spinal cord,
Oh.
a CSF leak that lasted for years. And during that time, my immune system crashed. My basically all my levels crashed.
Yeah.
I was doing really bad, and my beautiful wife here was just trying to help me stay
So there's a
afloat.
personal experience
Yeah.
that you guys actually
Yeah.
went through and you experienced
Right.
this, and then after you overcame and went through that, and then going through that experience, you felt like you could help others, or was there something else that you said, hey, we want to?
Yeah, so going through that experience, we had to kind of learn how to biohack in a sense, right? How
Yeah.
to kind of, we were getting recommended all these pills,
Right.
and they just weren't working. So we had to figure out a way to heal me in a sense, right? And with the help of God and vitamins,
Yeah.
right?
And then so you found the
Vitamins.
proper thing that will actually work
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah, we started with just regular vitamin shots, started doing IV infusions. Then we started getting into the labs, micronutrient testing and stuff like that. And we figured out some of my issues, and we figured, man, if we could help me heal and get better, we could do this for a lot of other people too.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And then, like, and for you, as going through this part, Jennifer, being able to help someone so close to you go through this, how did you not make you feel in terms of, like, now I can make a business out of this, and I actually have something that I created and did?
Yeah, so it was a very difficult period. And once we found something that did work, we were able to be like, oh, wow. There's a lot of people that suffer
Yeah.
with that, with problems that he was having, and, you know, a lot of other problems. And as long as we're both very caring people, so I think that for us, it was, if we can help even one person, it'll be worth it. So we're very big on, like, helping others get well, feel better, look better, and that's kind of how that started.
And that's our goal at the end of the day. Like, that's why we're so passionate about health, because we know without health, you have nothing.
Yeah.
You know,
got
it's-
one life, that's
It's,
it.
it's health, family, and then everything else, right? But without health, you can't really enjoy.
Yeah.
I couldn't enjoy my family for a few years because my health was so bad. So through that experience, we learned that we were blessed to be able to be on the other side, so that we can hopefully do the same for other families and other people. And that's why I'm so passionate about men's health, because I can sit down with a man and hear his story, and sometimes that's the same story I lived.
Right.
You know, we get to sit down, we have a conversation, and it's not just labs and numbers. It's also, hey, how can we get you back to being that man that you need to be for your family? You know, and in Jessica's case, right? How can we get that woman to feel the way she wants to feel for her husband and her kids? You know, how can we get people to feel beautiful on the inside and outside?
That's amazing. And then so you start this based upon your own personal passion, but business is still business. And it's complicated. So what are some of the challenges you guys face when you're like, hey, we want to do this. We want to actually move forward with this?
Man, the biggest challenge we had was permits. The construction.
Permits.
Yes, absolutely.
One of our favorite topics.
We were paying rent for a couple years without being able to see a patient in our office. So that was a huge challenge. And that's nobody's fault. It's just things that happen. But that was tough. It also pushed us to do more mobile services. So
Mobile services,
yeah.
okay.
So we like to say we started mobile, right? And although that was the idea, we were kind of forced to just do mobile at first, right?
Right.
So we had this beautiful office. Can't really have people come over.
Right.
We can't really promote it.
Right.
But we can still promote our services, so that's what we did. So we kind of pushed the needle with the mobile services, and thank God we were able to drum up enough business to survive those couple years through the mobile services.
That's awesome. And then for you guys had a van or you have a kid? Like you made house calls? Like,
House
or you
calls.
just?
Yeah, we would take our little kit and go to houses and do what we had to do. Obviously, we didn't offer all the services. It was more like infusions and vitamins and things like that. We didn't expand until we actually were able to get into the office.
It's amazing. And you had a couple other questions that what was the other second question you asked?
Well, what they just said right now is why I wanted them to be here. This is exactly what we're always talking about when it comes to the Strive and the website and the ability that we have to help people with the permitting process. Could you imagine?
Right.
You know, if they would have been able to start sooner.
Like 2 years, that's a long time, especially
The
paying
beautiful
rent.
thing about them and what I see with them and that I want you to talk about to them is the way that they're out there. I don't understand how they're everywhere.
Like how you guys do promotions and marketing?
They're at events, they're promoting, they're doing monthly
wellness.
trips.
Health and wellness, yeah. Health and
Trips
wellness
and
event.
chill.
Trips and chill. They'll
Or
tell you
in
what
your
that is.
office or other
No,
places?
on locations and different, but they're everywhere. Like you think that I go around and I'm everywhere? Everywhere I go, they're there. They beat me
We
there, and I'm
aspire
like,
to
what
be
are you
like
doing?
Tico.
And then now they call me and they go, hey, you're not here. So they're going to events that I'm not even at, which annoys me. But it's incredible because they do that and they do their business. What I want to know and what I want you to tell them, is it worth it to do what you do? Why, how do you do it? What do you do? How do you split the time between that and being at the business? And does it cost money? I know the Drips and Chill event. So they host an event called Drips and Chill. The Drips and Chill event, there's an event, people are there, they have sponsors, they have all different kinds of health things. People go out, you can get an infusion on site. They have competitions. We had the mayor competing against the chamber president in a cold plunge. All these fun things. There's dancing, there's all the gyms from there doing classes outdoors. It's crazy, it's fun. And then they started doing it monthly. I'm going, how do they do this? It's not cheap. Plus the effort, the work. Is it worth it? Is that a good way to network? Is it a good way for people to promote themselves and push it? And so tell me.
So,
because I know
I
there's
guess
got to
I'll
be
go
issues.
first.
Yeah, go.
we are at a lot of events, but we kind of did learn that a lot because of you, seeing everywhere you were at and just kind of getting out there, networking and meeting people. We're all about collaboration over competition for sure. We are actually very close friends with some of the med spas in our area. So for us, it's kind of just meeting people, getting to know people. I think it's worth it. I think it can be a little bit of a toll. When we do finally get a weekend off, it's kind of like, what are we doing?
Yeah,
like, why aren't we somewhere? Like, what is going on?
You feel guilty.
We feel guilty.
enjoy
We feel like we forgot something. We look at the calendar. We're like, wait, there has to be something.
And this is a grandmother, by the way. Everybody you're looking at here, she's a
What?
grandmother. So it's and a grandfather obviously, but
Right.
well, he looks old. But this one here is a grandmother. If you can believe. So that's what I'm trying to tell you is it's not like they don't have other things to do, but the investment that they put in their business is beyond. There's a couple of people we have in Miami Lakes that do that. And another thing they do, which I preach all the time, which is very hard for businesses to do, is to collaborate with your quote unquote competitors.
Yeah.
Not. Or, don't be scared of them or fight with them or collaborate, go talk to them, tell them you can't, there's enough business for everybody.
Yeah. Right.
And they do that to an extreme too, which to me is like, that's why I wanted them to
all
share
boats
that
rise
too.
type of thing. It's not always just like cannibalizing each other and poaching and everything, because you guys do have things you specialize in your business that others don't.
Right.
Yeah.
It's amazing. If you guys had to start over, like right now, like how would you approach it?
Would you do anything different?
Yeah.
Right now, I would leverage AI to the max. I would build my own large language modeling system to do everything for me. But probably have to hire an engineer for that, right?
Well, stop. Come to me. He says AI. We have the AI solution on our Strive305 website for the permitting parts of it.
And we also have people on
There you
there
go.
too. So
Right,
again,
so
like you can find some of those resources
issues you
on
have
the
with the
podcast.
permits,
Yeah.
if we would have this Strive, if we would have known us, that could have
That would-
probably helped
Yeah,
you.
that would have saved
We
us.
have you would have submitted your plans. The AI within 48 hours would have given you a review, what do we call that thing again?
That's
Readiness, a
a
readiness report
assessment, yeah.
to tell you where that is before you submit, to avoid headaches maybe that you had. You could have avoided it with that. Not only that, you put it in there, and it'll give you the names of the people you have to talk to.
Yeah.
And they're there to answer the calls. That's part of the whole Strive. If not, we're held accountable if they don't respond to you. So all that could have been, which is AI. Funny you say AI because it's an AI model that's on there.
So to go back to answer one of your original questions was, what would we do first? You just answered it.
Go to that, right?
That's what
So I
we
want you
do
to
first.
open up another facility location and try the AI and tell me how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many
let's do it.
locations you
Let's
guys have
do it
now?
now.
We just have one right now.
There's one.
That's why we gotta
Where's
get
it located?
In Miami Lakes.
Miami Lakes.
Yes.
How do people find you guys?
On Instagram or like on.
What's
Wait,
the name?
Everywhere.
Oh.
Location.
The
What's the
location.
name?
We're Drip Health Med Spa on Instagram. And then we're located on the right off the Palmetto on 154th Street in Miami Lakes.
Yeah, that's awesome. And like you guys mentioned AI and other things, but I think the other value you bring is your human touch. You care.
Yeah,
Right.
100%.
AI can't do that, and I think
Yeah,
that's also
100%.
another distinction. Like going forward, everyone and their mother is going to be using AI for everything.
That's true.
But you can't replace the human connection. You
Absolutely.
can't replace you can't replace caring, and also just sometimes you need to see things, and
Right.
as you guys did in experience, you can't just take the prescription that's given to you by
Right.
an individual or an AI. You need somebody to
Very
do it.
true.
So
Yeah.
I think that's also the intrinsic value you guys bring as people, and I commend you both for that.
Thank you so much. Thank you,
Plus, you
guys.
got a nice beard. You see his beard?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, no, whatever color he's using is the one I want to use. Listen to me. I'm kidding, because I don't even know. But okay, so to summarize the work side of it, going to events, meeting people, setting up your little booth the way you do, yes, it's a yes to that. You
Definitely.
It's a
recommend
yes.
it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's a
yes.
yes.
Putting the time in, it's worth it, right?
It's a
Yes.
yes.
Absolutely.
Being friends with competitors instead of like putting them at arm's length, better.
Absolutely.
Collaboration over competition. Yes.
For sure.
Okay, so now that those things everybody learned, right? You heard about that, going to using the AI, getting your permitting, those type of things is where you want to, if you can research all that before, do it before. Find out if your location is zoned for you. Talk to your local people, the ones you're going to deal with before you start submitting plans. They will help you. They prefer
Yes.
to help you to get so that they get it
Yeah.
eased instead of having to, send it back and forth and back and forth.
Right.
And in the end, it saves you time because that's
Absolutely.
the most important part. Time is
Right.
Time
and
and
time is
money.
money.
Time is money.
Time and money.
Literally.
100%.
Okay, so now since we have a little time, I want to talk about what you do, some of the stigmas and then the positives and negatives of certain things. This is the end of the show. Everybody's already gone by now, so I can ask you this question.
Awesome.
Okay, testosterone replacement therapy, because you say get men's health, right?
Yes.
That used to be like, ooh, if you're doing that, you're doing steroids, you're
Steroids,
cheating, you're this.
right.
Yeah.
Now I hear that it's being recommended by doctors.
Right.
It helps with heart conditions.
Yes.
Because having low testosterone is bad for the heart.
Right.
It helps with what else? Because there's other things that it's good for in addition to the.
And men and women too.
Men
Yes.
and women
Right.
also.
Yeah.
too.
Monitor both.
Different dosages.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
yes, so we're saying that's not a bad
Yes.
thing anymore.
It's not a
not
bad thing.
What
Not at all.
about all these peptides and all these other things that are coming out, the weight loss things?
Yes.
Right.
The crazy thing about the weight loss thing, I'm now seeing older patients that are overweight, that have issues with different parts, that they're being prescribed this therapy to help them, because lose the weight helps with the ankles, helps with the knees.
As
and
opposed to
also-
just being cosmetic.
Exactly.
correct. It's
Gotcha.
beyond, and those things were made for
Yeah.
what?
For diabetics.
For diabetes, right? But beyond that, it's now being prescribed for other health reasons. If you got a very overweight patient that's especially older, everybody says, "Oh yeah, but you don't know what's going to happen in 10 years from now or 20 years from now when they figure out what these things do to you."
That person may
Who
be
cares
dead.
at that point? What they
Right.
want to do is feel good now because.
Like you could be dead by then,
Exactly.
especially if you have a high
Especially
level
not
of
taking care of
diabetes.
So that's
Yeah.
another one that
Right.
it's funny because since I was young. When I was young, I would train a lot, bodybuilder. I would get criticized by my father. That's not good for you. You're enlarging your heart. Too much working out is not good. 10 years later, he's in the gym asking me, hey, what do I do next? What do I do? So it's everything changes and evolves.
It evolves.
What else? The Botox. I know people do it for cosmetic, but there's other things you use Botox for.
Right.
Migraines.
Yep.
I'm going to tell you a funny one, which I'm considering. So migraines, what else does Botox help with in addition to keeping you smooth?
So I'll give you one personal one that most people don't know. So I have a paralyzed vocal cord. That's why I sound a little, low sometimes, or robotic sometimes. And I used to get Botox in the paralyzed vocal cord so it would thicken out the cord, and then cords do something like this.
Yeah, it doesn't vibrate at the
Right, it
same-
vibrates
yeah.
for you to be able to project. And when it thickens out the paralyzed one, then they touch a little more, and I get a little more projection. So that's just one of the things that you can use Botox for.
And now there's another one that I heard about the other day, which I'm considering as well, because you know me, when I get crazy at events, I get real hyper, and depending on what kind of shirt you're wearing, you can get them crazy armpits, sweaty pits.
Yes,
And some people have freakishly
Hyperhidrosis.
amounts of sweaty pits, and the hands.
Yeah.
You get really sweaty.
And the palms of your
Botox
feet.
will fix. You can use Botox to eliminate that. Like I don't know how you do it or what you do, but I know
We
it'll get rid of
inject
you inject it, but it stops the pits from sweating
Right.
so much. And the
Exactly.
same with people with sweaty hands.
Yeah.
People with sweaty hands, you can't shake their hands. They have a complex about
Right.
shaking their hands.
Yep.
Right.
So those kind of things are as well. So there's all these other things that are coming out of the things that you guys
Right.
do.
Yeah.
It's not just
100%.
cosmetic or aesthetic anymore.
Okay, and
And
then
people don't communicate about that much.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
yeah, right. I didn't know
that.
about. Yeah, I
didn't know
learned
that.
it the other day, and I considered doing it. I just haven't had time. I'm gonna go buy the Ace. Did you bring any today? You gonna
No, I didn't.
B12 shots.
Yeah.
That's another thing. You guys are always out there, and every time I see them, they hit me with an injection of B12. What is the B12 good
And
for?
NAD.
And NAD.
An NAD, right? Yeah, because I'm always I let them inject me with whatever they want. Because, yeah, my wife gets mad at me. She says, "What are you doing? You're injecting everywhere you go." I go, "Oh, why not? Try it once and see what happens." But what is the B12 good for?
B12, Jess, you want to tell them?
It's good for energy, fatigue, muscle recovery after working out. It gets the oxygenation back to your muscles.
And if you already have enough, you'll just
Your body takes
body
what
gets
it
rid of
needs,
it.
it gets rid of
the
it.
rest, right? It's
Flushes
not
it
like if
out.
it's gonna. You can't overload on it,
Right.
right? The NADs, what do those do?
So the NAD is a coenzyme we naturally have in our body, and as we age, it declines. So when we replenish that, you're going to feel it's great for mental fogginess, clarity. It helps you just be focused. Its long-term effect is anti-aging. That's what all the
Yeah.
people in the news and all the celebrities say. But it's not just
I
one-off, and
just
you're going to have
sprinkle that on all
anti-aging.
my food now.
Yeah, exactly, right? But that has to be like long-term. But for short-term, you'll feel more mental clarity and brain focus.
Anything else that I haven't mentioned that's
I
out
could
there
tell you,
that's new? Because I know there's a bunch of stuff.
One of the things, like for me personally, I always like to, because I guess I'm my
Our
best,
study,
yeah,
our
my
little
best
rabbit that
study.
we...
It helps me sleep better.
Which one? The
B12
NAD?
and
B12?
B12 and NAD.
NAD?
Yeah, they help me sleep better. Which
Maybe
for
you
me,
need some then.
for
No,
most
I
of
could
us,
definitely. No, yeah, it makes me sleep
That's
better.
coffee, dude.
Prescription pills.
And
Sometimes
that's what we're trying to avoid.
Right, I
That's
know.
what we're trying to avoid.
I don't-
You just need to drink less coffee. Dude.
I guess, but I don't take them. But somehow they get secretly put in my.
That's your
food.
wife.
Yes.
She just calm down.
She goes, "You're gonna sleep good tonight." I go, "Why?" Because I stuck a couple of those pills and I forgot the name of them. But yeah, but it worked.
Yeah.
They're anti-anxiety things, so they're
Right.
like, you sleep.
Yeah, but a lot of
Of
times you
course.
don't need that.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. These type of things. Or anything else? Anything else?
So what some people do is they start like weaning themselves off little by little. Like you titrate yourself off the medication and you replace it with the natural substance, which would be your NAD, your
foods.
B12, or a peptide. There's also
Peptides, yeah, a lot of
peptides that
peptides.
are good for sleeping too. So you can kind of replace one with the other, little by little. Obviously under the supervision of a medical professional. Right?
No, yeah, definitely. And my recommendation has always been blood work every 3 months.
Absolutely.
They tell you
100%.
6 months is the norm, but I like every 3
100%.
months.
Yep.
Why not? Right? Because
Right.
the insurance will even cover every 3 months, especially if you have. In my case, what I use to be able to get my 3 months is cholesterol. You know, because the new number is 200. I'm usually at 220. And it used to be, I know, 250.
Yep.
And they bring it down to 200. So I know if I'm under 250, I'm fine. But with that, I'm allowed to get my blood work done every 3 months. With that, but I check everything else.
Right.
Okay, and then before we run out of time, Irvan's wanted me to ask this on his behalf, because I know you
I
mentioned
did?
men's health. Yes. So what do you recommend? What do you say about erectile dysfunction for Irvan's, please? or performance.
We're
I mean,
asking
we
for a
actually
friend.
do offer
Yeah.
some services.
Yeah,
I know, that's why I want to, go ahead. But
This guy.
it's him, not you.
I mean, I do certain things.
But let's get the camera. Let's get the camera on Vons and Damien when they talk about this part, because I don't want that people even thinking anything about that with me. Go ahead.
So there's an
too
actual
late.
shot. It's called the P shot, which is great. I've been told. I've been told.
Tico told you?
No, actually, there is a UFC fighter out there that
Yeah.
did a whole video on it and did.
Oh, I
and
saw
all
that commercial, yeah.
Yeah, so it's and
And we've seen it. Our patients, we have several patients who have done it, and we always follow up with our patients, and even years later, it's something that they're very happy about. Like we have a few patients this week.
that. And I know there's a shockwave therapy too that you can do. I do shockwave therapy literally twice a week, maybe once a week, but try twice a week.
In what area?
On my back.
Erectile dysfunction.
No, my chiropractor does it on my back, but it's the same machine that you can do on the
Yes.
man's private part, and it does the same thing. It basically helps release the capillaries. It just gives you
And increases
more
blood
blood
flow,
flow and all that. You
Blood
see,
flow.
I know about this
That's
stuff.
what it's about,
Study
yeah.
for you, Ravons.
You're,
I take
you're,
care of my
knows
you're a
about
good
it.
person. You've done a decent amount of research, I see.
Yeah.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
This is stuff.
All right, fine. So that's it. Now we're out of time. But I got that in for you, Vons. You're welcome.
Thanks so much.
If you think the girls are gonna be that are out there now waiting for him, watch now they're gonna double up. He always has paparazzi waiting for him outside. He hates when I talk about that.
This is what you get in trouble.
That's it. Thank you very much once again. We now get to eat the poop emoji cookie and the double chocolate. No, this one is the cookies and cream here
Cookies
for you,
and
Justin.
cream.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
You guys
And thank you,
should-
Thank you.
BB's, for the coffee. Thank you to everyone. Thank you, Ravons. Thank you, Community News.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
guys.
Drip Health and
Thank
Med
you,
Spa.
guys.
Thank you both for coming
Thank
in.
you very
you.
much. Thank you for having us, guys.
If you guys go to their place, just tell them, give me everything Tico does, and then you're going to get everything.
Full
Get
service.
half.
And it works. It works. So far, they haven't figured out hair growth, because look at this. But whatever. Hopefully, they